Continuous deployment. When setting up continuous deployment for a site reliability engineering (SRE) team, the goal is to automate the release and deployment process to ensure efficient and reliable delivery of software updates. Here are the key steps and examples of how an SRE team can approach the setup of continuous deployment. Infrastructure as code. Implement infrastructure as code (IAC) practices to automate the provisioning and configuration of infrastructure resources. Use tools like Terraform or AWS CloudFormation to define infrastructure components such as servers, load balancers, and databases as code. This enables consistent and reproducible infrastructure deployments. Deployment pipeline. Establish a deployment pipeline that automates the process of packaging, testing, and deploying software updates. The pipeline typically includes stages such as build, test, staging, and production. Configure triggers to initiate the pipeline automatically when changes are pushed to the repository or when specific criteria are met, e.g., successful build and passing tests. Automated testing. Integrate automated testing into the deployment pipeline to validate the application's functionality, performance, and stability. Include unit tests, integration tests, and other relevant testing frameworks or tools. Automated testing helps ensure that each deployment meets quality standards before being promoted to the next stage. Canary release. Implement canary releases to gradually roll out updates to a subset of users or servers before broader deployment. Canary deployments help mitigate risks by monitoring the impact of changes on a smaller scale and allowing quick rollbacks if issues are detected. Use tools like Kubernetes or feature flagging techniques to control the canary deployment process. Rollback and roll-forward strategies. Define rollback and roll-forward strategies to handle issues that may arise during deployment. Rollback involves reverting to a previously known working version in case of deployment failures or severe problems. Roll-forward, on the other hand, entails deploying a new version that fixes the issue. Determine the criteria and process for executing rollback or roll-forward actions. Blue-green deployments. Consider implementing blue-green deployments as a strategy for zero-downtime deployments. In a blue-green deployment, two identical environments, blue and green, are maintained, with only one active at a time. The new version is deployed to the inactive environment, and after verification, traffic is switched to the latest version seamlessly. Blue-green deployments. Ensure that monitoring and observability mechanisms are in place to track the health and performance of deployed applications. Use tools like Prometheus, Grafana, or Datadog to monitor real-time metrics, logs, and events. Establish alerting thresholds to notify the SRE team of any issues or abnormal behavior. Configuration management. Implement configuration management practices to automate the management of application configuration and environment-specific settings. Use tools like Ansible, Puppet, or Chef to manage configuration files, environment variables, and secrets across different deployment environments. Continuous integration and deployment. Integrate the deployment pipeline with a continuous integration and deployment (CI/CD) system, such as Jenkins, GitLab CI/CD, or CircleCI. This allows for automated triggering of the deployment process based on predefined criteria, such as passing tests and successful build completion. Example: an SRE team setting up continuous deployment for a web application might use a combination of tools and practices. They automate infrastructure provisioning using Terraform and define infrastructure components as code. They establish a deployment pipeline in GitLab CI/CD with building, testing, staging, and production stages. Automated testing frameworks like Selenium or Junit are integrated into the pipeline. Canary deployments gradually roll out updates to a subset of users, and rollbacks or roll-forwards are defined based on specific criteria. Blue-green deployments are implemented to enable zero-downtime deployments. Configuration management tools like Ansible manage environment-specific settings and secrets. Monitoring and observability tools, such as Prometheus and Grafana, track application performance, and alerts are set up to notify the SRE team of any issues. Example: an SRE team can establish a robust continuous deployment process by following these steps and leveraging appropriate tools and strategies. This ensures automated and reliable software releases, efficient deployment workflows, and minimized risks in delivering software updates.